Hello again. I have of course spoken before about the Black History swindle, which aims to promote an untruthful and misleading narrative with the intention of replacing Britain's actual history with a pack of fairy tales. I find it easier sometimes to set matters out in a coherent fashion in print rather than speaking out loud in this way. It was for this reason that I began a Substack account, so that I could develop arguments in a clearer way. In the description to this video, I give a link to my latest piece, in which I analyse an article published in the Open University's website for Black History Month in 2021. They honestly ought to be ashamed of themselves. There are two main planks, of course, to the Black History game in Britain. One is to persuade people that despite all the evidence to the contrary, there are actually substantial communities of black people of African heritage living in this country for at least 2,000 years and possibly as long as 10,000 years. The second strand is to demonstrate, or attempt to demonstrate, that these black people had a profound and beneficial influence on the course of this country's history. This is done by claiming that they invented or introduced to this country various things. In addition to the link to my piece on Substack, I give a link to the article published by the Open University, which I examine, in which it is seriously suggested that swimming in this country as a pastime became popular because an African diver who swam down to the wreck of the Mary Rose in the 16th century was seen by English people and copied. Until he did so, it seems nobody in this country could swim or had even thought of doing so. Thank you, Africa, for our ability to swim. The piece from the OU is written in the most startlingly incomprehensible fashion imaginable and begins with this deplorable sentence. Encounters with historical events in genres that function as discursive actions within particular social, political and cultural frameworks influence how people engage with the past in which identities are created and sustained. I have tried to fathom out what is meant by this passage, but alas, in vain. Even the simple exercise of attempting to parse it, that is to say, work out what is the subject and object, has defeated me. I know that some people who visit this channel dislike me, and so I thought that I would put this sentence too in the description to this video and issue a little challenge which will give my detractors a chance to show what a fathead I am. Can anybody translate this sentence into English and put it in a comment? By this I mean, is anybody able to read and understand that sentence and express it in ordinary plain language? As I say, this is a chance to expose me as a little slow on the uptake, perhaps. I urge those who think that I am a ghastly smart aleck to try their luck at this simple exercise.